Brilliance Audio presents L.A. Woman by Alan Russell. Performed by Jeff Cummings. To my 3 sibs and to my 3 children. In chronological order, J.R., Brett, Ronnie, Luke, Hart, and Brooke. Prologue. Crime Scream. The Four Corners, 692 miles from Los Angeles. Sergeant Rick Eveleth of the Colorado State Patrol arrived late to the party. He pulled his Chevy Tahoe off the road and parked in a washboard gully, well away from the human activity going on in what was normally a deserted area. What Eveleth saw didn't improve his mood. "Foobar," he said. The cop had enlisted in the Army right out of high school and done 2 tours of duty before switching one uniform for another. He had been with CSP for a dozen years now, but old habits die hard. In an effort to avoid cursing, or at least to somewhat curtail it out of respect for his wife, Eveleth frequently used military euphemisms. His wife was a preacher's kid, didn't want their children growing up under the influence of her husband's not infrequently blue vocabulary. Even from a distance, the crime scene looked chaotic. Under his breath, Eveleth muttered, "What a Charlie Foxtrot." That was Army talk for CF. Sometimes he got creative and used the phrase, cluster fork. Eveleth got out of the Tahoe, and though he was at least 50 yards from the yellow police tape cordoning off the scene, he was still mindful where he walked. He carefully navigated the rutted road, following the tire treads of vehicles whose drivers had chosen to park closer. You'd think law enforcement would know better, Eveleth thought. But I guess that's what happens when you're afraid of arriving too late to get a seat at the table. There were no structures around them, no buildings or homes. Eveleth looked to the east and could just make out the outlines of a few buildings. This spot was a third of a mile from the Four Corners Monument operated by the Navajo Nation. For $5 a head, tourists could stand on a marker that delineated where the 4 states of Arizona, New Mexico, Utah, and Colorado were originally thought to come together. Eveleth heard footsteps and saw Carl Bates hurrying his way. Bates was a CSP trooper assigned to Colorado's District 5. It was Bates who had called in requesting assistance at the crime scene.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?